Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.
As if things couldn't get any stranger. What was that? Stop telling me that these things are not weird. And what you don't see in that video is that prior to her walking out to these pyrotechnic and all these fireworks and sparkly and feel good music, what you don't see in this clip is that just prior to that, they actually show a video of essentially Charlie Kirk introducing her.
Department, the college department, let's make Turning Point so big that it can survive beyond just the founder. A lot of organizations and groups, as soon as a founder leaves, it just kind of collapses. A lot of my job is not always in the day-to-day details. It's very much vision casting, very much driving success. But we have a great board, and God forbid if something happens, they'll figure it out. I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erika would do a great job.
You are the heartbeat of this future and of this movement. Everything that Charlie built, you guys are the legacy holders of that. You are living proof that his mission did not die with him. It lives through you. And Charlie always said the next generation will decide whether freedom endures. And because of you, I know that freedom will endure.
The next speaker is a very, very special speaker. And she has had a heroic last year, and I believe she's the best mom in the world. She is my hero and the love of my life. Join me in welcoming Erika Kirk.
Even though the guy has passed away, they're using older video. That's weird. That's weird. And those of you that are pretending that it's not weird because you liked Turning Point USA or you still like them or you are a fan of Charlie's, you're not being objective. It's not only weird, it's almost coming off like a troll now. It's like they're trolling us. Are we supposed to, while she's walking out to this feel-good music, are we supposed to be under like some sort of spell or hypnotized or something? But that's just the beginning. Things have gotten so weird with this Erika Kirk stuff because, believe it or not, there is more information that just keeps coming out about this woman, and more particularly about her dating life. Her coming out being caught in a very easily debunked lie about her dating life. It's almost as if she forgot that this entire portion of her life existed. It's like she don't remember these things or something. Lady, you had cameras in your face. You were participating in photo shoots. You're literally an actress. Yet you're telling stories and you're just giving us unlimited content to just debunk you. With the most recent one being the guy, Cabot Phillips, who is not only allegedly an ex-boyfriend of Erika Kirk, but the guy used to be a producer for Charlie Kirk, and he's currently working at the Daily Wire, the same Daily Wire that is ran by Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro, who gave Charlie a hard time behind the scenes in real life, the same Ben Shapiro who was not a part of the guest list, was not supposed to be headlining or speaking at AmFest 2025, but now all of a sudden he's a part of the guest list. He's lying about things that Charlie said. He refuses to mention the Doge audit that Charlie called for. He's weirdly protecting Erika Kirk when no one asked him to. And now you're telling me that this person who's working at the Daily Wire, once again, the same Daily Wire that many people believe is an arm of the Israeli propaganda machine, a guy named Cabot Phillip, who Erika Kirk used to date, allegedly, is working there as a senior editor. You can't make this up. But it gets worse because this right here is a real photo, and it says, I was certain this pizza Instagram post on Erika Kirk's alleged Cabot Phillips page was fake. It's not, and it's still up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a picture of this guy with a tattoo of the word pizza on his lip. Do you need me to tell you the significance of the word pizza. I could only say so much on YouTube, but we all know that this became popular back in 2016 when it was alleged that elite politicians and celebrities were allegedly engaging in inappropriate behavior with underage human beings stemming from a restaurant out of Washington, D.C. called Comet Ping Pong. And the code word for underage human beings, little human beings, it's pizza. And this guy has the word pizza tattooed on his lip. This does not help the quote unquote conspiracy theories around Erika Kirk's Romanian organization. Who are these people? Oh, and not to mention, this same guy is now allegedly touring on behalf of TPUSA with something titled How to Lead Like Charlie. How weird is this?
Is when I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
I feel great about all of this. And I don't know, I just wanted to get to know you a little bit more. And like, I mean, I don't even know how long you've been in New York.
New York, I moved here 4 years ago.
Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than.
I think you're a bright light in a very dark place.
I'm supposed to grab a mojito. Coming in here, just like owning it.
And let's go grab a mojito. That was literally caught on camera.
Back into it.
Yeah, they're real.
Then you give like a mean back.
I don't drink. I find it unproductive. I don't drink. I find it unproductive. So this is how good the.
I will have a glass of Chardonnay. That's what she just said. You can't make this up.
So this is how good the Lord is. He knew that because I was not dating in New York City, he knew that in order for me to know that that was my man, he had to blanket Charlie as a job interview. Because if that went, no joke, if he came to me and said, hey, let's go on a date to Bill's Burgers, I'd be like, I am so sorry. I thank you, but no, we're not doing.
Dude, these coincidences, this is just so weird, bro. It wasn't called Bill's Burger, but this place is called Sugar Mama. Do I need to explain the irony in that?
I've honestly spent the majority of my life being one of the most sought after bachelors.
Oh, really? No offense, but that's a very egotistical thing to say, even if it's true. And no disrespect, but you don't give me heterosexual vibes.
2 weeks later.
I wonder if that really was 2 weeks later. And remember the whole guest on Candace Owens' show, Mitch, who came out and said that according to his memory, and based on what he believed that he saw both Brian Harpo and Erika Kirk at a meeting, a high classified, GC classified secret meeting the day before everything happened with Charlie Kirk. Well, shout out to my guy, Stu Peters. Love his content on X and Rumble. I want you to listen to the incredible information that he shared as to why this is extremely suspicious outside of just the obvious reasons, but reasons why it makes it a lot more feasible and credible that this could very well so be a real thing.
So Candace Owens had a guest on called Mitch who said that with 99% certainty, he saw the head of security liar, Brian Harpole from TPUSA, along with military officials and a U.S. congressman and Erika Kirk at Fort Huachuca in Arizona just the day before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Did you know that Fort Huachuca is the only U.S. military base that tests drones? That's where they test unmanned aviation vehicles, what was flying all over the place above UVU the day that Charlie Kirk was killed, drones, along with military aircraft, both foreign and American. The American one, specifically a Bombardier 65,000, which was designed for the singular purpose of deploying and retrieving drones. Did you know that Fort Huachuca is also the only military base in the United States that tests EMP devices? Did you know that Lori Francevy, Erika Kirk's mom's company called E3 Tech, specializes in anti-EMP technology? EMPs, by the way, are used to disrupt telecommunications. Drones deploy EMP blasts. Could it be that's the reason why nobody could live stream, make phone calls, send texts on that day? I don't know. But if Fort Huachuca is the only U.S. military base that tests EMP equipment, then ostensibly it would be the only place for Lori Francevy, Erika Kirk's mother, to test her anti-EMP technology. So when Lori Francevy gives this story about how her and Erika Kirk had to move to Arizona, and Erika recounts this as this mother doing the best that she could to earn an honest living and that she had to move to Arizona for work. Yeah, she meant that, but she specifically meant Fort Huachuca. Fort Huachuca is central to everything relating to Lori Franceby and Kent Franceby through his Iron Dome connections as the founder of Raytheon Israel Ltd. And so, of course, Fort Huachuca is central to everything Erika Kirk. It's where she grew up. So Lori Franceby and Kent Franceby and Erika Franceby Kirk are all central to the Charlie Kirk assassination.
And now I want to react to just a little bit of a guy by the name of James Lee. Shout out to James Lee. Hopefully he don't mind me reacting to his content. I'll be sure to link in the description where you can find this full video. Please go and subscribe. Show him some love. Love his channel. I want you all to take a listen. Let's react together and let's add some additional details and information to this incredible information that James Lee shares. Also, shout out to Project Constitution on Twitter or X, because that's actually where I saw it first. I saw a lot of this information James Lee is sharing on Project Constitution's Twitter channel yesterday.
Is when I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
So who was this roommate? Well, it turns out her roommate is not just some random person. It is actually a family member who is going to unlock for us an entire family tree that upends her well-curated image and potentially expose her connection to a complex network of financial fraud, casino gambling, and foreign influence, allegedly. And before we dive in, I just want to say that everything I'm about to tell you is verifiable. It's in the public domain. You can look it up for yourself. None of it is speculation. This is Erika Kirk, then Franceby, with her roommate at the time, Nicole Rothstein.
Merry Thanksgiving to you. Merry Thanksgiving to you. Merry Thanksgiving to you.
And Nicole Rothstein, as it turns out, is her cousin. How do we know that? Well, she responded to this clip featuring Erika Kirk talking about her Shabbat Shaloming. And she responded by saying, quote, "As her cousin, who is fully Jewish, half of her family is Jewish. While she herself is a Christian, she has celebrated many Jewish holidays with our side of the family and highly respects the Jewish religion."
How surprising, which doesn't help the conspiracy theory or the suspicion that Erika Kirk was literally sent to Charlie Kirk as a handler.
You can see the name and handle, Nicole Rothstein. Now, I'm glad I archived that, because if you go and look for that Nicole Rothstein account right now, I'm pretty sure it's no longer there.
Which is very interesting because it's come out that Erika Kirk was allegedly once engaged. And the photo shoot, yes, she literally participated in a freaking photo shoot. Yes, she's out here telling people she wasn't dating for the 5 previous years before meeting Charlie Kirk. Well, this guy that she was allegedly engaged to at the time, the photo shoot on that Instagram has now been deleted since it's been making its rounds. What the heck is going on?
Now, Nicole Rothstein's father is a guy named Alan Rothstein, who you could see in this Instagram post is sitting next to her. And Erika Kirk writes, "There's something powerful about God's strategic planning when it comes to the people he has surrounding you. How blessed I am to have individuals like Uncle Alan in my life that are filled with spirit." Now, this is where things start to get pretty interesting, because the next logical question would be, who is this uncle of hers, Alan Rothstein? Well, I was able to find this SEC document that lists one Alan P. Rothstein, and I've confirmed that this is the same person. And here it describes him as a member of the board of directors of this company called Innumerable, which will come up later, so remember that name. He's also owned another company called Shazoom LLC, remember that as well, a business funding company. And from 2002 through 2007, Mr. Rothstein was the co-founder and chairman of a company called Nano Dynamics Incorporated. Now, it sounds all pretty impressive, but as it turns out, with a little bit more digging, Mr. Alan Rothstein, Erika's uncle, may have been quite the sketchy guy. For Nano Dynamics, it looks like he was sued in bankruptcy court. And from what I'm told, in bankruptcy terms, when a trustee sues a director or a founder like Alan Rothstein, it is believed typically that that person may have taken money out of the company improperly before it collapsed. And then remember the company Innumeral, which he served on the board of directors. That was apparently a penny stock that traded on the OTC markets before also going bankrupt. And then there's this company, Shazoom LLC, which, if you remember, is a business funding company. And based on my research, it seems like Shazoom LLC has almost zero footprint, no major client reviews, no press releases of funded deals, no industry presence. And for a quote unquote business funding company to have no track record of funding businesses suggests it might be just a shell company, a vehicle used to move money around rather than conducting actual commerce.
Which is very interesting. To see where James is going here. I see what he's building up to, which is incredible work. Just like Brian, the auditor that I interviewed on this channel, there's a lot of shell companies attached to the USA, and there's large sums of money that's being moved around, even to shell companies or companies with no employees.
So pretty interesting who Erika looks up to. And the Rothsteins, I'm just going to add, is a pretty famous crime family in American history.
If you look up the 1919 World Series, it says that the Cincinnati Red Stockings won the 1919 World Series. There's no asterisk, but then those numbers require you to tell a story about the Chicago White Sox, known to us forever as the Black Sox, who took money from Arnold Rothstein and other gamblers to throw the 1919 World Series.
Arnold Rothstein, nicknamed The Brain, was an American racketeer, crime boss, businessman, and gambler who became a kingpin of the Jewish mob in New York City. Rothstein was widely reputed to have organized corruption in professional athletics, including conspiring to fix the 1919 World Series. He was also a mentor of future crime bosses Lucky Luciano, Mayor Lansky, Frank Costello, Bugsby Siegel, and numerous others. Interesting family history, I would say, for the all-American girl next door. Oh, but the rabbit hole gets even darker when we look at another family connection. This is Erika's aunt, Carla Solomon, née Franz V. This family connection is even more wild, so buckle up here. This is the obituary for Carl Kenneth Franz V, who is Erika's grandfather. I just want to make sure that these connections are established using credible sources. Here you could see Erika listed as one of his grandchildren, and you can see here under children, there's Kent, who is Erika's father, and Carla, who is Erika's aunt, which we'll get into right now. According to Clark County records, Erika's aunt, Carla, married a man named Jack D. Solomon. And as it turns out, Erika's uncle, we'll call him Uncle Jack, was the target of a federal investigation on casino-related stock fraud. This is a document I found from the SEC dated August 2nd, 1983, and it says that, quote, the San Francisco branch office announced that on July 20th, a complaint was filed in the federal district court in Las Vegas, Nevada, seeking permanent injunctions against Jack D. Solomon and Norman L. Vance, both of Las Vegas. The complaint charges Solomon and Vance with violations of the registration and anti-fraud provisions of the Securities Act of 1933 and the anti-fraud provisions of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 in connection with selling and otherwise distributing approximately 8.7 million shares of unregistered stock of Gaming and Technology, Inc., formerly known as Advanced Patent Technology, Inc., a publicly held Nevada corporation. Portions.
Yeah, man. This feels like TV. It feels like it doesn't feel real, right? The thing just continued to get weird as more and more information about this woman comes out. For those of you that don't know, I have an entire playlist on this channel called the Erika Kirk Mystery Playlist. Just go on the playlist tab on this channel and you'll be able to find it there. And I probably have like 10 to 15 videos covering Erika Kirk from some sort of different angle, all pointing to more weird, suspicious coincidences about this woman, right? Hop in the comment section to let me know what you think. Hit the like button on your way out if you do not mind. I'm Demetrius. I go by Didi. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Oh yeah, Didi got a podcast.